Hey guys, welcome to our phonics lesson. So yesterday in phonics, we went back over our two decoding skills. Remember, decoding skill number 1 teaches us that if we have a vowel, consonant, and a vowel, the consonant in the middle will run to the vowel behind it, and our word will split in between that first vowel and that consonant. Remember, when a vowel ends a syllable, it makes the long sound. We also learned about decoding skill number 2. Then when we have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, our two consonants will split to show the two syllables. All right, so we looked at the words basis, basis, female, female, pencil, pencil, wisdom, wisdom. Today we're going to look at exceptions to the rules. Remember that word means exceptions means doesn't follow. So there are exceptions to some of these decoding rules. They don't follow those two decoding skills that we've learned. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through and we're going to talk about how we know when a word is an exception, okay? So here I have a word. I want you to go ahead and write this word down on your piece of paper or on your dry erase board. All right, now we're going to code that word. Remember, when we have a new word, we're looking for 3 things: vowels, blends, and digraphs. All right, this word has 2 vowels. It has no blends. It has no digraphs in it. Now I'm going to look in between my vowels and notice that there is one consonant, B. That consonant runs to the vowel behind it. So I split my word in between that first vowel and that consonant B. Now let's look at the first syllable. When I have a vowel that ends a word or a syllable, what sound does that vowel have? The long sound. Remember, that follows phonetic skill number 3 here. Okay? All right, now we have a consonant behind our vowel. That follows phonetic skill number 1. One guardian consonant gives the vowel before it the short sound. Let's go back and read this word. Robin. Robin. Have you ever heard of a robin? What is a robin? It's a type of bird, isn't it? If we followed the skill that we know for that vowel sound to have that off sound, robin, it would be like the word bobbin, where we would have to double that consonant there. Remember to give that guardian consonant the short vowel sound, but robin is not spelled with a double B. So sometimes, depending on the context of the word, would help you know if that vowel is going to be long or short. So if you have long hair, you can always cut it shorter, can't you? But if you want to make your short hair long, it takes a really long time, right, to grow. We don't have a long time when we're reading words, do we? So if our vowel can go short, but our vowel cannot go long. So here we have that that long vowel, but we need to make it short and say ah. All right, so if you have decoded a word, and as you're reading that word, it doesn't make sense in the sentence, try shortening the vowel of that first syllable like we did here with robin, okay? Let's look at some more examples here. Let's look at this word here. When we come to a new word, we're looking for vowels, blends, and digraphs. Go ahead and write this word down on your paper or on your dry erase board, and let's code it together. All right, vowels, blends, and digraphs. Starting with the beginning of the word, we have a vowel. That's a bossy R vowel. Remember, ER says In between those 2 vowels, we see the consonant V. What do we know about one consonant? It runs to the vowel behind it. So we split the word in between that I and the V. Then we go back to find our vowel sounds. Here in our first syllable, the I ends that word or that syllable. So it should have, following the rules, have a long sound. River, river. I've never heard of a river before, but I have heard of a river. So if I shorten that river. My family and I like to go float on the river in an inner tube every summer. River. So see how that worked? When it didn't make sense, I shortened that vowel, and now I know the word is river. All right, now let's look at another word here, okay? Go ahead and write this word down on your paper or on your dry erase board. All right, we're looking for 3 things when we come to a new word: vowels, blends, and digraphs. Starting at the beginning, see what you can find. Vowel, vowel. No blends, no digraphs here. In between those 2 vowels, we have that consonant B. One consonant will run to the vowel behind it. So we'll split this word in between vowel A and vowel A and consonant B. Let's look at our first syllable. When a vowel ends a word or a syllable following our phonetic skills, what sound should that vowel have? It should have the long sound, okay? What sound should our vowel I have in this second syllable? It should have the short sound. So we have cabin, cabin. I went to the cabin and stayed at Gatlinburg. That doesn't make sense. Let's try shortening the vowel. Let's go back and read it now. A-b-in, cabin, cabin. I stayed in a cabin when I went and visited Gatlinburg. That makes sense. So remember, as you're decoding a word, if that first vowel should be long but does not make sense in the context of that sentence, shorten it, okay? All right, guys, let's keep going. Guys, so let's go ahead and let's practice reading some words. You know that when you're reading, we don't always have time to write down our words and decode them, so we need to be able to do that without our paper and pencil, right? So let's go ahead and let's look at the first word. Where would we split this first word? What 2 letters would we split the word in between? The A and the B. Cabin, cabin. But we know that if it doesn't sound right in the context, we can always shorten that vowel. Cabin, cabin. Good job. Let's see if we can split this next word. What 2 syllables are this next word? Does this next word have? Ever. We know that doesn't sound right, ever, so it's ever. We have to shorten that vowel, ever. All right, go ahead, next word. Where would we split that word to find the syllables? All right, between the I and the V. Civil, civil. But we know that doesn't sound right, so we shorten that vowel. Civil, civil. Good job. What about this next word? Where would we split it at? Finish, finish. Shorten that first vowel. Finish, finish. Great job. Let's look at this next word. All right, where would we split the word? Between the O and the P. Copy, copy. Shorten that first vowel sound. Copy, copy. Great job. Now I want you to go through and I want you to read these next 2 lines of words on your own. When you're done, you may unpause the video. All right, let's go back through and let's read these words. Ready? We're going to read the first one. It would be habit, but we shorten that and it's habit. Credit, we shorten it, it is credit. Next one, denim, we shorten it, it's denim. Lemon, we shorten it, it's lemon. Never, we shorten it, it's never. River, we shorten it, it's river. Proper, we shorten it, it's proper. Studi, we shorten it, it's study. Present, we shorten it, it's present. Habit, we shorten it, it's habit. Great job, guys. Now let's look at a sentence. We're not going to read all these sentences today because some of them have an exception that we haven't learned yet. So let's go ahead and read sentence number 2. When you're done, give me a thumbs up. All right, now here we have a multisyllabic word, but that word splits in between those two consonants. So it's pronounced, the vowels are pronounced correctly, amber. Here though, in this word, our word was split in between that vowel and that consonant, seven. That's not seven, it's seven. All right, here we would split between the A and the N, planets. But we know we need to shorten that vowel, planets. Let's go back and read that sentence. Ready? Read. Amber can name 7 planets. That makes sense. It wouldn't make sense to say Amber can name 7 planets, but 7 planets does make sense. All right, let's go ahead now and let's read sentence number 2. When you're done, sentence number 3. When you're done reading sentence number 3, I want you to give me a thumbs up. All right, let's look at this first word. Where would we split this first word? In between the A and the T. Waiter. Now, there can be a waiter, but this one is not waiter. This is water. A solid, a liquid. Remember that Q and that U can't separate because they make the sound qu together. All right, and then we have, those are the only 3 words that are multisyllabic. So let's go back and read this sentence. Ready? Read. Water can be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. All right, guys, great job. We're going to continue practicing with this exception, and we're going to learn a new exception to our decoding skills tomorrow.